Ryan Devey for Rotten Tomatoes here at Paleyfest's red carpet for the CW's hit series The Vampire Diaries and the originals. But don't worry, we are going to avoid all cliches like, here's my interview with this vampire, or is that a steak in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? And of course, I refuse to say I'm going to sink my teeth into this interview. When you come to something like this, what's crazier, Comic-Con or Paleyfest?
It's interesting. This one is a 3,000 seat theater or whatever theater. Yeah, we're at the theater, and I haven't been to this kind of thing before. I've only been to I think last year we did an 800 seat Paleyfest, so this is going to be kind of amazing. And I think the Comic-Con theaters are only like 1,000, so this is probably going to be the most overwhelming. Yeah, which is great. I walk up and it's an empty house. It's like 1/4 full.
Fans are absolutely just as nuts over it now as they were in the beginning. How gratifying is that for you to know that it's not just there, but it's growing? More and more people are watching.
We have such a beautiful mythology. I think we have a really talented bunch of actors on our show. Our writers work very hard and are very talented, and we have a phenomenal crew. So all those things together, working in a great synergistic way, I'm just proud that people are starting to catch on that what we're doing is something special and cool. And I'm really proud of the show. It's a show that I would definitely watch. Vampires, they say, have been done to death, but I think it's not so much a show about vampires as it's a show that uses the mythology of vampires to say something about family. And I'm an Italian guy. Family is a big, big part of my life. And I love the idea that you can both hate and love someone, and that you could both save them even as they're hurting you. And at what point do you give up on your family? Never. But then that can also pull you down the drain with them.
There is an exorbitant amount of work involved in this, and I think when you want to flip that into the realm of the show, there's the same exorbitant amount of energy that these characters are going through. Trying to survive, trying to protect one another, figuring out the nuance and dynamic and the wild complexity of love and hate and all that crap. So it's a very layered existence, I will tell you that.
When you first got started with the show, did you familiarize yourself with everything that had happened in the Vampire Diaries beforehand? Because, oh my god, man, twists and turns and enemies become friends. How did you kind of digest all of that before you could start yours?
I got familiar with the style, and I got familiar with the world, and I saw the characters, and they were all very unique. So for me, I'm like, well, I really got to stand out. And they did a great job with the pilot, but, Marcel isn't aware of Mystic Falls, and so I didn't have to know too much of the storyline and things like that. So yeah, it was just good to get a taste of the style.
Your fans are so crazy for you. They're in love with you. I'm curious, is saying no to being bitten something you have to tell fans? Do they ask?
I asked that. Since season 1, they used to ask me that, and now I don't get asked that anymore. I'm actually starting to take offense.
So you miss it a little bit?
I slightly miss it, yeah. Yeah. Watch, I'll be like 30 years from now, some weirdo's going to ask me to bite them and be like, what?